We all look at this whole passport bro movement and we see a lot of guys going from country to country, different cities, and we like what we see, this peaceful lifestyle of guys meeting women in different countries, enjoying the peaceful beaches and lifestyle of living in places like Medellin, Colombia, or Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, or Pattaya, Thailand. And we like the food, the culture, the cost of living big time. And we want to embrace that lifestyle because we find our peace there. Um, but unfortunately, trying to live off of YouTube income, which is basically super chats and cash apps and, building content and kind of living that digital nomad lifestyle, it's not a sustainable thing for the future. And the thing we have to understand that if you want to live that six-figure lifestyle, US dollars overseas, you need to actually get some type of solid employment overseas where you can leverage that US dollar to your advantage. And YouTube ain't really it, to be honest with you. I mean, some very few have made it to that level, but how long will they stay at that level is another thing. So, what I recommend and what I'm starting to do on this channel is that I'm presenting careers so that you can leverage US dollars to your advantage so you can live a life overseas. Now, this particular video, because there'll be many more after this particular video, I'm going to talk about being a commercial airline pilot. And before everybody start rumbling and getting things in their head, hear me out and you'll hear how this makes sense. Being a commercial airline pilot is a six-figure gig. Even their first officers are making six figures. Now, there are opportunities right now, and it's growing big right now because there is a shortage of pilots. And that shortage was created even before the pandemic. A lot of baby boomers, they're retiring. Uh, Airlines used to rely on military men who were pilots in the military to come on board. They're not getting them because a lot of the guys in the military are staying because the military offering them more bonuses, bigger bonuses, a lot more opportunities. So guys and gals are staying in the military a lot longer. So that will have dried up for the private industries. COVID offered a lot of early retirement packages. So a lot of the pilots took that. And also you have to keep in mind, pilots by FAA regulations, they're required only to fly about 1,000 hours per year. After that, they can't fly. They're grounded. So that in and of itself opens up a huge gap, a huge opportunity for a lot of guys to get into traveling, especially if you like traveling overseas and stuff like that. Now, obviously, your first gig is not going to be international. It's going to be domestic routes. But still, you can fly domestic and bank up a lot of money and get a lot of training and a lot of experience where you can take that and, maybe one day after you bank up so much money in your 401k or whatever, and, you use the ideology of the FIRE movement, financially independent, retire early. You bank up so much money, you can go retire overseas or work for an airline overseas, in the country of your choice. You can do that. So much flexibility you can do when you have the training and the experience of working commercial airlines. Fly all over the world. But you can take the advantage here and leverage it to your to whatever you want to do in life, wherever you want to go in life, instead of, jumping, like the YouTubers are doing, going from one cheap airline to cheap airline, just traveling and want to go experience this and that, when you can do it, on your own. And plus the discounts you're going to be getting working for the airlines, you can basically fly for you and your family for free. So look at the benefits of that. It's going to cost, guys, doing this training. So you're going to take out a loan. School, it's going to be ATP, or you can just check with the airlines because some airlines have programs, like Delta or American Airlines, Southwest, because they need pilots. So they're doing programs that's called it's like a zero to hero type of program. Check with them to see what their protocols are. You can just Google commercial airline pilot training programs, and you'll get that and get a list of what type of programs is out there. As far as cost, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's gonna be about 100 grand. Get a student loan for that, Sally Mae or whatever, and good luck. Talk to the schools, see how they can help you with those loans, or get scholarships to help you with the cost. I would make a small investment in getting equipment, like a high-end gaming type of computer or a high-end Mac laptop with some of the controllers for aircraft, throttles and stuff like that, foot pedals. Have it attached to your computer so you can have your own personal simulator, so that way you can practice on your own time, because that helps you, because you can get to a simulator whenever. Study, a lot of studying. Be good at your math. Be good at your science. Um, and there's really no age restriction per se to do this. You can do this at 35, but you just got to be able to retire at least 65, because that's when you have to give up your commercial airline pilot license. That's an FAA rule. But if you want to start this at 50 and do 15 years, go ahead. Um, I would, I was y'all, I would do it. I mean, it's one way you can start doing this thing. Like I said, training is going to be about a year. So I think a lot of you guys got it in you, regardless of your age. Um, just going to take a lot of time and effort. Um, but I will do some research. Try to find some links, and I'll put it in the description box for you guys if you want to do some investigation on your own. Okay, if I was you guys, this is how I would do it. I would do it one or two ways, or maybe three, who knows. But one way I would do it, because I would go through the program, I would do domestic flights, pay off my student loans, start banking money up, and just keep banking and banking. And during that time when I have vacation, I would go on my vacations, start looking for where I would want to settle, start doing some research, figuring out what the pilots make over there in that particular country, start making contacts and stuff like that. And after I paid off my student loans aggressively and saved up money, having a 401k and stuff like that, probably before I leave, move it over to a IRA, then check out the airline that I want to transfer over to, see what they're paying, and move over there. I would have savings already saved up. I would already had the condo that I'm going to live in set up and make that transition. Obviously, that's going to take time. Um, Another option would be I would stay with the major airline that I'm with until I get to the position where I can get into a international flight, where I can do international flights, and see if I can be stationed or based out of another country. and I can just live in that other country working for this major airline. Because pilots do that. We're just going to have to see if that works out. You would have to check the policy on that with the airline. There's various ways you can play this game. Just be mindful that I would not jump off and leave just yet, because there are opportunities here you need to achieve before you run off to another country. Even if you were to do this, well, not this particular one, but any type of career you want to make six figures and make US dollars overseas, I would highly recommend you get your skill sets while you're here before you jump off. And that's just something I would do before I move, because you could be coming back here with your head between your legs. And that's something you probably don't want to do, but you might have to do that if you're out there now, just to get the skills so you can go back out, which is not a big thing. But be smart about doing this type of a lifestyle. That's all I'm saying. And this is what this channel is for, is to give you that option and opportunities and knowledge for you guys to make smarter decisions. And this is just going to be one of many videos I'm going to put out. There's more careers out there that you can do remotely and make six figures US and live overseas and just have a ball. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the new pace we're going. A lot of other things coming down the pipeline, so get ready. Thank you, and I love you guys. Bye.